of the tubas.
Chris helped us a couple of years ago during the pandemic. I run a show called Tuba Christmas, which is Christmas music played by 100 tubas.
Wow.
And I wanted to do a virtual tuba Christmas. And so Chris helped me and my TD work with, what's it called? Open OBS?
Video Ninja. It's an open source, video transfer tool that helps you do remote video things, as in getting someone on the air, and that was the tool.
Right. So he helped us get.
It's just so amazing to see 100 tubas on a stage.
Yeah,
this is just
and to hear 100 tubas.
It's an amazing sound. It really is.
That's awesome. Well, Chris is here with us today because it is time to take a look at the photo assignment. Chris joins us once a month for this, and take it away, Chris.
Yeah, so thanks for having me back. I have taken a look at all the pictures that were submitted for the perfect assignment. So that was running for a month now, and I've chosen 3 pictures to take a look at. Here's the entire haul. Very good pictures. I mean, it was a tough choice to make between these two, to pick 3 to look at. But I did make a choice, and the first one is by Gregory Chesney, titled "All I Need." This is one of the examples in photography or in any sort of visual art where you don't need a lot of information to convey a lot. I mean, if we're looking at this at face value, we're seeing a black and white photo of a camera, but there's not much on it, not a lot of detail. A lot of the camera just disappears in the shadow, in black. So you have a few bright elements, a lot of very dark, but your mind is capable of putting that together into not just a beautiful picture, but you'll make sense of it by just looking at it out of this limited information. And it's a beautiful picture, and it tells a bit of a story. So
it's gorgeous.
How meta, a photograph of a camera.
Which means that Gregory, who took the photo, at least owns 2 cameras.
Exactly.
There you go. Second picture that I want to share is by Demi Lente, titled "Red." And
wow,
that's beautiful.
We're looking at a red flower in front of a green background. The flower is cut through in half, so we're only seeing half of the flower. It's not just the flower, it's also wet, so there's reflections on it, there's drips hanging off of the petals. And this is okay, so first thing here that's going on is we're looking at complementary colors. Red and green are kind of the opposite on the color wheel, which makes them harmonize well. Just think of a tomato, and if you don't have that green bit at the end, it doesn't look right? It belongs there. So the red and the green go together so well. Also, what Demi Lente did here is technically impressive, because when we look at the red petals, they are like super saturated. It doesn't get any redder in a photo without losing all the detail, because you can overexpose pictures. We've seen this with photos that just go white because it's so much light that no detail registers. But in this case, the red channel is kind of at the max, but you still have detail in the petals. So Demi Lente managed to kind of keep that in check. And that's a technical achievement. Well done.
The cropping is gorgeous.
Yes. I also really like the fact that the flower and the petals are so sharp, and the background is so out of focus. It really brings your eye to that flower.
Yes, it does. And another example, like with the camera, you don't need all the information. Half a flower is enough.
Right.
What the rest looks like. Okay. And last but not least, here's a black and white photo.
Wow, look at that.
Farabi. And it's kind of a snapshot, but then it isn't, because what we're looking at is looks like there's some trailers, and there's a whole bunch of palm trees, and it apparently has rained, so there's a big puddle in the foreground, and that reflects that gives it a symmetrical reflection of the palm trees. And reflections, we're looking at the perfect assignment, and reflections have the tendency to just make a picture feel a bit more complete, because that mirror image of what's already on the picture, it kind of doubles it, and the symmetry gives it some, I'd say a restful feeling, a very serene feeling. It gives it a feeling of completeness. So yeah, that's what we're seeing here. Reflections, especially if they reflect in something like a puddle that is not disturbed by wind, which is very calm and very mirror.
Yes, very mirror-like.
That makes a very perfect picture. So good job, everyone. Everyone else, sorry for not getting to your pictures, but all of them were pretty amazing. Yeah. And now,
it's time for the next assignment.
The fishbowl out.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah. Your job. Yeah. I'm drawing one
tuba
out of
drum roll.
This tuba drum roll.
Oh.
What is it?
It's the fancy assignment.
Fancy. Oh, fancy.
Fancy.
Here we go. So 1 month to take pictures of, well, fancy things or fancy pictures. You can go as meta as you like. What's the idea that comes into your mind when you hear the word fancy? Put that in a picture, submit it to the Tech Guy group on Flickr, and tag it with the tag TG Fancy. That's how we find the pictures to talk about them here. TG Fancy is the tag. Tech Guy is the group on Flickr. And yeah, good luck. 1 month to go.
Am I correct that one has to take this picture within this month? It can't be something you already took?
Yes. That is actually the point here. You want this to be, we want this to be a new picture. And the main thing is to get off the sofa, to go outside, to take pictures.
Take some pictures.
You can submit one picture a week, and a
total of 4 roughly.
Yes,
in the
total
month?
of 4 roughly, and good luck, fancy.
Good luck, everybody. And Chris Marquardt, thank you so much for being here with us. Where should folks go so they can check out your work?
The best place is chrismarquardt.com. That's where I have everything, including links to my workshops. I'm going to do a photo tour in September. So if you want to see Eastern Europe in an electric car road trip that takes 10 days from Berlin to Transylvania, then check that out. It's all over.
Man, that's awesome. When is that?
In September. Early September, first 2 weeks.
Awesome. Chris, thank you so much for your time, and we will see you again in about a month. Get in your fancy photo submissions. Bye-bye, Chris.